Ladies and gentlemen, a quick video. Uh, Epoxy Sculpt clay, and a lot of people ask me about what type of putty or sculpting putty that I use for action figures model kits, and I thought I would share the idea for this video. Epoxy Sculpt clay. If you've never tried it, it's a two-part. You have to have A and B equal amounts. You mix it together and you can use it as a filler. You can fill in gaps on your model kits or even action figures. You can sculpt it like clay, traditional clay. It's a very versatile product for your workbench. And for example, you can take equal parts, mix it together, and it is very pliable. However, there's one thing: it's sticky, as in good adhesion, but it doesn't completely stick to everything. So if you use water constantly on it, you'll have no problems. However, you can use a solvent. They do make solvents for epoxy clays that you can use. It keeps it very, very smooth, and then when you sculpt it with your fingers, you don't have fingerprints or sculpting tool marks. Uh, for example, for this figure, doing cuffs on his sleeve, and I re-sculpted the shirt to give it an open appearance. But that's just two-part epoxy clay. And any tool you can use, you can use the basic toothpick to sculpt the folds and everything. I recommend getting the flexi tip sculpting tools. They're very versatile to spread it out. Again, you'll need a solvent or water to keep it smooth out, and it won't stick to the tools, because nothing beats sculpting on a item and then the dry tool will take it off. But it does work out really well. You can see the shirt starting to take shape. It does have a 24-hour dry time, so you have plenty of time to work on it. I like to do it in sections. Like, for example, I did the shirt. I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to put the shirt pockets on either side probably the next day. So, and it gets rock hard when you use it. It's you can drill it, sand it, paint it. It's also good for figures. If you dropped it, it won't break and stuff like that. And model kits, it's just a very versatile thing to use. So the idea for this video was my putty of choice was Epoxy Sculpt. And I was down to my last package, which that pretty much came out in 2010. So about a 15 years shelf life on this package, and they do last a very long time. But this package here was just about to go. The B part, it's hard, but it's pliable. You could use that if you need to do it. It's the A. Over a very period of time, it starts getting to be really hard, like basically like a rock. And I can show you. It almost I want to say crystallizes. It gets really. It feels like there's pebbles in it once it gets past a certain time period. It's very hard. You can't even push it together. But anyway, it was Epoxy Sculpt. Really does the job. I assume all the clays are like it, because you have Tamiya has it, Milliput, I assume AK, Amomig, Magic Sculpt, all have one. I went with a generic brand. This is an Epoxy Sculpt clay. Just and they make several different brands, or different companies make generic ones. It's the same stuff as Epoxy Sculpt. Pretty much, I didn't see anything difference. If you don't want to get a clay like this, you can go to Walmart and get the marine. It's in the boat section. You can get a marine epoxy putty. It's a two-part, about that much of it if you wanted to experiment. It's not that overly expensive. And it's just really good stuff to have for the workplace. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got going on today. A very quick video on epoxy clay and what I use for models and action figures. So that's what I got going on today. Stay tuned for next exciting episode.